was certainly an element of making my grandfather proud and honouring him by taking part in the award that has been so much of his life's work. And I definitely hope that I have made.
What if the future of the British monarchy doesn't rest on the most famous royal, but on the quietest one? Lady Louise Windsor has often been called the royal family's secret weapon. She is the soft-spoken granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth II, raised without using a princess title, working a summer job at a garden centre, studying English literature at a Scottish university, and living what looks like a refreshingly normal life for a 22-year-old. But here's the twist. She has technically been a princess since the day she was born. To understand why, we need to travel back to 1917. During World War I, King George V reshaped the monarchy to protect it from rising anti-royal sentiment across Europe. He issued letters patent that limited who could be called prince or princess and who could use the title His or Her Royal Highness. The rule was clear. The monarch's children automatically receive the title, and so do the grandchildren, but only through the male line. Before you go, something at the end might just change the way you see this. If you're enjoying the video, please consider subscribing. It's completely free and it genuinely helps us create more of what you love. Stay with us till the end, you won't want to miss this. Lady Louise qualifies. She was born on November 8, 2003. Her father, Prince Edward, is the youngest son of Queen Elizabeth II. Under the 1917 decree, Louise became a princess at birth. No ceremony, no approval required. It was automatic. So why isn't she known as Princess Louise? Because her parents made a different choice. When Prince Edward married Sophie Rhys-Jones in 1999, Buckingham Palace announced that their future children would be styled as the children of an earl, not as prince or princess. Edward became the Earl of Wessex instead of receiving a dukedom, and it was made clear that his children would be known as Lady Louise and Viscount Severn. Legally remove their royal titles. It simply meant they would not use them. The 1917 rule was never revoked. In fact, Sophie, now the Duchess of Edinburgh, confirmed in 2020 that both Louise and her brother James still hold the right to their HRH titles. When Louise turned 18 in November 2021, she gained the legal right to choose for herself whether to use the title of princess. She chose not to, and that decision tells us a lot. Prince Edward and Sophie raised their children with a radically modern approach. They wanted them to understand that they would likely need to work for a living. Louise attended local schools, joined Girl Guides, and even took a summer job at a garden center. No special treatment, no heavy security presence, no royal spotlight. Compare that with her cousins, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, who grew up using their princess titles and the HRH prefix. Louise's upbringing was intentionally different, quieter, more grounded. And by most accounts, it worked. Those who have met her describe her as confident, composed, and down-to-earth. At 7 years old, she served as a bridesmaid at Prince William and Catherine Middleton's wedding. At 18, she stood vigil beside Queen Elizabeth II's coffin with quiet dignity. She shared a deep bond with Prince Philip, especially over their shared love of carriage driving. After his death, she inherited his ponies and carriage and has competed at the Royal Windsor Horse Show, even placing third in competition. But perhaps the most revealing detail about Louise is this. On her LinkedIn page, she expressed interest in careers in the military, diplomacy, or law. Not royal patronages, not ribbon cutting. A career earned through training and service. And that's where the story becomes even more fascinating. King Charles envisioned a slimmed-down monarchy, fewer working royals, reduced costs, and a more focused institution. In theory, it sounded modern and efficient. In practice, it has created a manpower problem. Several senior royals are in their 70s and 80s. Prince Andrew stepped away from duties. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle left royal life entirely. The Wales children are still young. Meanwhile, both King Charles and the Princess of Wales have faced serious health challenges. There are now very few working royals under 70. This is where Lady Louise quietly enters the picture. Royal commentators increasingly describe the Edinburgh family, Edward, Sophie, and potentially Louise, as the monarchy's steady, scandal-free core. When Prince William becomes king, he may need reliable, respected support to sustain the monarchy's charitable and public commitments, and Louise may be uniquely positioned to step forward. In 2024, she joined the University Officer Training Corps at the University of St. Andrews, where she studies English literature. This is not ceremonial. It involves real military training, leadership drills, tactical exercises, navigation under pressure. She holds the rank of officer cadet and has been seen marching in full uniform during remembrance events. If she chooses to join the army after graduating in 2026, she could become the first female member of the British royal family to formally join the military since 1945, when Princess Elizabeth herself trained as a driver and mechanic during World War II. There are even reports she may attend Sandhurst, following the path taken by Prince William and Harry. Imagine the impact, a Princess Louise who earns her rank through discipline and service, not just inheritance. That would transform the perception of the title itself. It would feel earned. Meanwhile, at St. Andrews, she lives quietly, no major scandals, no excessive publicity. She participates in student theater, maintains friendships, and keeps a low profile. Very different from the intense media focus once placed on William and Catherine during their university years. She is building credibility before claiming status. So what happens next? Louise faces a rare royal privilege: choice. She can remain Lady Louise Mountbatten Windsor and pursue an independent career, or she can claim the princess title that has legally been hers since birth and take on formal royal duties. Either decision sends a powerful message. Staying as she is would symbolize a modern monarchy built on independence and personal merit. Accepting the title could strengthen a monarchy that increasingly needs younger, respected figures to step forward. Or perhaps she will do both, build a professional military career while gradually assuming royal responsibilities, allowing the title to evolve naturally with her role. One thing is clear. Whether she is called Lady Louise or Princess Louise, her value to the monarchy does not come from a prefix. It comes from credibility, discipline, and character, qualities that cannot be granted by decree. And that is why many believe the quiet granddaughter may hold a surprisingly powerful influence over the future of the British monarchy. So what do you think? Should she step into her princess title or continue forging her own independent path? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.